Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. As you can see, this look right here is like a really full glam, like going out, stepping out kind of glam. Even though I'm not going anywhere kind of glam, I just have a lot of makeup in here that I want to play with, and that's what I did for this look right here. If you are wanting to see how I achieved this, oh, look at me. I am so cute. You want to see how I did this, but these lashes, oh, they were so annoying. But stick around and see how I did this video. Now first, I am starting with my eyebrows. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil, and I believe this is in number 5, you know, the Brow Wiz. Just using that to shape my brows. It's in ebony, and it's the ABH in ebony. I really like this one because I just cleaned up my brows. You probably can't tell, but I just quickly just shaped them up a little bit with my razor and started to clean them up and just create this shape that I wanted to get. They were looking all right, nice and clean. That's a really nice brow pencil by ABH, and that's what I'm doing right there to shape and give them some oomph. You know what I mean? I had fun doing this video. You know, just, you know, doing what I do, just playing in makeup. Like I said, I have a ton of makeup that I need to use, so I am just doing that. And I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit for you. Once I get to this other eye, I'm just shaping it and then filling in the color and making them look like a natural eyebrow. It's not like I don't have any brows. It's just that you want to have them looking filled in a little bit. So that's what I'm doing right here. And then giving myself, you know, those light strokes that you do to create a brow, to make them look a little, you know, more like brows, and then just brushing it up, brushing that product in, and, you know, fluffing it out. And you'll see how everything turns out when I am done with the brow. But I'm gonna go to the next brow and do the same thing to it. And I was watching Family Guy. I was really distracted during this video. I had my TV on and I was watching Family Guy, laughing at them. They are hilarious. Anytime I feel like laughing, or just, you know, before I go to bed, something funny to watch, I turn it on Family Guy, and they are a trip, but they are a funny show, and that's what I was watching. So yeah, just pardon me. I was a bit distracted looking up at the TV. Next time I'm gonna turn it off. I usually have music on, but I felt like watching TV, and that's what I was doing while I was doing my makeup. Like I say, doing the same thing to this brow, and you know they look kind of crazy right now, really thick. But once I put the concealer down, you'll see that they're gonna be, you know, nice and shaped and cleaned up with that concealer. I am using the LA Girl Pro concealer that is in chestnut because it does blend in more with my skin. I didn't want the halo type of look, so I used the color or the shade chestnut concealer to clean up my brows. And that brush that I'm using is a really thin, flat brush from BH Cosmetics. That's one of my favorite brushes to use to clean up because it really is sharp once you apply the concealer down to it, and it does, you know, apply the concealer really well. And then using a blending brush by, what is this brush? I got this brush from Walmart a long time ago, Royal and Lang Nickel. It's a domed eyeshadow brush, but I really like to use that brush to blend out my concealer. And then doing the same to the top, using that BH Cosmetics brush, and the name of it, or the number of that brush, it kind of wiped away, so I don't have the name of that brush, but it's one that came in the collection. I've been having it for a long time, but yeah, it came in that collection. So again, just blending that out really quickly and doing the same to my other eyebrow, cleaning it up, making them look the same with that concealer. And you can see how that concealer blended in with my skin tone. I don't get that halo. I want the eyebrows to look more natural. So I'm blending that in, and I don't get that halo look, or you know what I mean when you have the eyeshadow that's not eyeshadow, concealer from your brows, and it looks, a different color. Going in with my primers, I have the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and then my Smashbox Primer Water. I use two, and right here I'm saying to myself, I forgot to moisturize my face. Again, my face is clean. I just didn't put any moisturizer on there. And that's a part that I stopped. But I literally, as soon as I was done with this, me and my husband went to go get something to eat, and then came right back home. I washed my face, and that makeup was off. That makeup was off. So I forgot to moisturize, but I definitely did moisturize, did my little night routine after I took that off. Now, I'm using a lot of MAC products today. This is an old school, we used to mix that Maybelline Fit Me and that MAC. I mix those. I used to wear my Maybelline Fit Me by itself. This is in 368, and I mix it with my MAC, and that is in, what number is that? A shade NC50. So NC50 and Maybelline Fit Me 368, I mix those to get the shade. But sometimes I would do that Maybelline Fit Me, the matte poreless, which is the bomb. I haven't used it in so long, but I was like, ooh, I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to use my oldie but goodie makeup that's been sitting here not really getting used. So that's what I use for this look today. And then also use some MAC concealer, the 24-hour, I believe it's the 24-hour smooth wear concealer. Yes. And that is in the shade, I don't even remember the shade. Let me see if I can get the shade. And I didn't use a beauty blender. I used my wonderful Morphe blending brush that I absolutely love. But let me get the shade of that MAC concealer that I use to conceal under my eye, my forehead, my nose. I put a little bit too much on my nose, and I have it under my eye. It dries really quickly, but it blends really well. I had my fan on, so it did dry a little quick for me, but it did blend out okay. It wasn't too bad with the blending. It wasn't too bad at all. So the concealer number is, gosh, that is so small. I can't even see that. And I don't have my readers on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll try to put the description, put it in the description box what I use for that, because I totally cannot see it. I'm doing my voiceover tonight. Didn't do it the day of, so I mean, dang, that's sad. I need my readers. But yeah, blending that out, and then I added a little more brightness to my under eye, and that is the Juvia's Place concealer, and that is in number 16 that I like to use just to brighten up my eyes. And then you see the bags under my eye, so I use that to brighten it up. And of course, before the look is done, it's not going to look as bright like that, so I'm just blending out my edges or the, trying to get that all blended out with my foundation brush from Juvia's Place. And then going in with my powder from Laura Mercier, the translucent powder, and setting the concealer. And I still bake. Y'all probably haven't heard that. I haven't heard someone say bake in a long time. I guess the girls and the guys, the gals and the guys are not doing baking anymore, but I did bake. I did leave this on for a little bit and then blended it out while I did my contour with my foundation stick from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and that is in Cool Earth. Just gonna contour my perimeters around my face, forehead, cheekbones, and my nose. And that's the foundation stick from ABH that I haven't used in a long time, and it's about time that I use it. So really blending that out with my brush, an angled brush from Real Technique. Really getting that nice and blended for my contour. I didn't use a bronzer by itself for this. I just wanted to, use stuff that I have not used in a long time, so that's what that is. And then before I went in and set that with my powder, I went and I believe did my eyes. And I'm using a new palette. This isn't old. This is a new palette that my twin got me for my birthday. And it is the Norvina palette from ABH. One of the new ones. You'll see it here in a little bit, but I'm just blending out my contour. I'm gonna brush away that translucent powder. Well, yeah, I lied. I did brush away the translucent powder before I blended out my contour with a powder, a contour powder, a bronzer, or whatever you want to call it. I just brushed away that with my M.A.C. This is a M.A.C mineralized smooth finish powder in dark deep that I'm using to brush away the powder, the translucent powder. And that brush I'm using is from Tarte. It's an oldie. I didn't even see it on their website. I went back to try to figure out, get the name of it, but it's the dual-ended brush from Tarte it's a very good brush that I like to use. Now I'm going to apply my eyeshadow, but before I do my eyeshadow, I am using M.A.C, another M.A.C, and this is the Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot eyeshadow primer, our base. Primer base, that's what I'm using to let my eyeshadow pop. So using that as a base to set off my eyeshadow. And the shades and the colors in this palette are very pigmented. See it right there. My favorite color is purple. And so I wanted to use this palette. And I'm starting with my transition shade. And that shade or color that I use to transition is one of the orange tan. And they have numbers by them. That was E4 that I'm using to, using as my transition and blending that out. I believe I use my M.A.C E24 blending brush. That is my, 224S blending brush. That's what I use to blend that out. And very pigmented palette. I really like ABH palettes, but I, use some stuff that I haven't used before. This is another brush from M.A.C that I'm going to use to do my crease. And the crease color I use is that E5 in that palette. And I use my M.A.C 217 blending brush that goes, it gets in the crevices of my crease. So I'm patting that down, that color down, or that shade down, and before I blend it out, I want to pack it on. You really don't. I didn't need to pack on a lot because again, it's a very pigmented palette. So much adored, very beautiful palette. So I'm using that color for my crease and blending that out with my brush. Really blending. So y'all, I'm looking at the products now. So if you hear background noise, I have my makeup still out trying to get the colors, you know, letting you know what I used. Okay, so for my mobile lid, I'm using C3. That color is C3, a lighter purple, magenta, almost like purple. And applying that down, and then went with a sparkly eyeshadow, and it's in D2. This is D2 out of that palette. I wanted to do sparkly, and I used my finger. I didn't use a brush. I didn't even try to apply with a brush. I just know that to get that look how gorgeous that is. Very still pigmented, very pigmented. So I just used my finger, probably got it spread up a little more than what I wanted to, but the overall look, as you saw, turned out really nice. Turned out really nice. So I'm just using my finger, and y'all know I did my nails, so showing off my nails too that I did. But I'm gonna be doing a new set this weekend. That's my plan. My plan is to get up and clean up and redo my nails. But yeah, check out those nails. I did that. I have more videos coming with my nails. But you can check that video out. I will share that video so that you can go and see how I did this quick. It's a quick video that I'm changing a set, not really a set, but changing a design on my nails. So I'll have that video up. And then just going in and blending out those colors and going to do my eyeliner. That's what I'm doing next. And I'm using the eyeliner from NYX. And it's a black, and it's a mattifying liner. I use that all the time in my videos. And it's NYX. And yeah, it's not a specific, excuse me. It's called EIL01 black. So yeah, a black eyeliner. These lashes, oh yeah, they were bothering me. I probably should have picked a different pair of lashes. They were too big. They were doing the most. I hurried up and took them off after this. Like I said, I wasn't going anywhere. I just felt like, you know, playing in makeup like I always like to do. Just showing y'all how I do my makeup. And yeah, those lashes were too much. They were, yeah, I took them off and cut them. They needed to be cut because they were too big for my eye. I've worn them before, but I believe I cut them. So I grabbed my scissors and went and cut them and started over, but they were still too big and overpowering my eyeshadow, so you really couldn't see it. But yeah, they were hanging off. It was terrible. I put them on like twice. But yeah, my eyelashes are annoying, so ignore that. Ignore that. Usually my eyelashes come out good. So now what I'm doing is going in and setting that contour, that foundation stick that I put down. I am contouring, or setting that with my contour palette from Black Radiance, and that is the contour shade that I'm just going in and setting my powder with, and using the same brush. And then I'm going in and doing the same thing to my nose and bringing it all the way up to my eyebrow, just setting the contour on my nose. And then I'm going to go in to balance all that out with my Sephora Micro Smooth. Y'all, I had some coffee. I was tired earlier. But yeah, with my Micro Smooth by Sephora, and going in and touching my face up and blending everything out, blending my nose, making it look, more natural like. I know there are a lot of different techniques and things like that people are doing, ladies are doing, folks are doing with their makeup. I'm simple. I'm gonna try different things. There's a lot of cool things out there to try. I was supposed to do this one TikTok trend, but I forgot. I totally forgot. So I'll try to do that next time. But yeah, I'm just simple. I'm simple because I mean I'm just simple. I don't do too much. So I'm going into my inner corner and just giving that a pop of something. So I believe I mixed, yeah, I did mix B1 and C2 together to go into my inner crease. It seemed like B1 by itself wasn't really doing it. It was too shimmery and kind of, it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So I mixed it with C2 to get that. And I'm gonna go in and spray with my MAC Fix Plus. This was I've been having it, well, so many refills of this, but that's one of my favorites to use to set my powders, to, make it look moisturized, hydrated, I should say, make it look hydrated. And I use my MAC Fix Plus setting spray, or my Prep and Prime, I should say, and patting that in with that same powder brush that I use with the Micro Smooth to set that in to make it look hydrated. And for my waterline, my eyelash, or my bottom lash, I should say, I'm just taking those same two colors that I used on my eyelids at the top. I just used E4 and E5 and just added some color at the bottom. I didn't do a whole lot. I don't even know if you can really see it that well, but so those are what I'm using. Then that was my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I have not used this in so long. When I was going into the office, I would do my makeup. Not a whole lot, but this is one of those powders that I would use to set under my eye when I would put concealer and stuff. That's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in Deep. That is a beautiful powder. I typically just use that under my eye. I haven't really used it all over my face, but under my eye it does make a difference there. And then just adding my mascara from L'Oreal. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Waterproof Mascara. It's a favorite, an oldie, a goodie of mine that I like to use, and just applying that on there. And then that is my other mascara from Rimmel. And it's just a black. It's called Extremely Black. And just applying that on my lashes. And then just going in again after I apply my blush from MAC. Now I haven't used that in so long. And so that is in Blunt. No, is that Blunt? Yeah, I think that's Blunt that I use. No. That's not Blunt. That's Love Thing from MAC, the blush. And so for my lips, I'm getting a little bit behind trying to get this stuff in order. But my lips, I use a lipstick from Urban Decay that I got maybe last year. It's a nude that I thought was really pretty. And that is in... Oh, yeah, I probably should have walked over there to get my readers. But yeah, that's a matte, but I had like some Vaseline or Carmex or something on my lips, so it's not mattifying like it should be mattifying. And that's okay because I did gloss this up. But that is an Urban Decay matte lipstick. And I can't see the name, but I'll try to get that. But I'm lining with my MAC You know, that is a staple in here. I've went through a couple of those lip liners from M.A.C. That is in, I believe that was Cork. I think that was Cork. Yeah, that's Cork. And then the gloss that I used is one of those M.A.C Dazzle Glass lip gloss. That is so pretty going on. I hate that I use it because it's clear and I put it with that color, and I just hate that I did that because now it's not as white and clear as it was, but it applies so pretty. And I'm going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter spray. That is a staple, always going to be in my makeup collection. And just going in and setting all of that together, and I'm done. So, but hold on. Yes, there we go. That is the finished look, y'all. And I'm acting like I'm going somewhere, but ain't going nowhere but to go get something to eat. And we came back home. I washed my face. I started watching Game of Thrones over again just to have something to watch. So that's what I did. Like I say, I hurried up and took those lashes off because it seemed like it was just hanging by a thread. But I really appreciate you sticking around. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you.